got a special review for you guys today. I'm in a Campagna Trex. So this is a three-wheeled motorcycle that you drive like a car. It's basically like the Ferrari of superbikes because it's got a ZX14 Kawasaki engine in it. It's chain driven and you still drive it like a car, but you've got a sequential gearbox. You still got normal suspension up front. So it's a really weird mix, but it's a blast. It's like you get all the greatness of the power to weight that you have in a motorcycle, but now you've got it in kind of like a car-driven motorcycle. It's awesome. And then not even to mention the sound. You know, you've got this big ZX14 engine sitting right behind you, just screaming its head off. It's such a surreal experience. It's unlike the traditional, say, slingshot or, you know, your typical three-wheelers. Like I said, this is sequentially shifted, and the sound is just nuts. That power to weight is insane. I'm having a blast driving this thing. Like, you can't compare it to a car, but you can't compare it to a motorcycle either, because it drives like neither a car or a bike. I've got to say, my favorite thing has got to be the gearbox, because you get a dog gear set with a sequential. Like, it's so cool, and it still has the motorcycle style shifting. So for your neutral is in between second gear and first gear. So you just give it a really gentle nudge, and it goes into neutral. For your reverse gear, you've got to, it's kind of a tricky one, but you've got to basically apply forward momentum just enough to turn the wheels, and then there's a lever that you pull up to lock it into reverse, and then do the same process, but push the lever down to go into first gear again. The sensation of being so low, it's so awesome. I think that's probably one of the big dangers of this, is you're so low that you've got to you almost have to drive offensively, like even more so than when you're on a bike, because no one can really see you. Like, I can't even see any of the mirrors of the car in front of me. I think all they can probably see is the scoop up top, and obviously they can hear me. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's a really unique driving experience. And the fact that you can just rev it to the moon.
I'm gonna do is just quickly show you guys how to get in this thing. So this side panel right here with like the scrape protection on it, you just sit on it and basically put your legs straight and then just slide in. Then you've got a steering wheel. Oop. You got the steering wheel, which goes into place, and you spin, and it's locked. Then it's just like a bike. You've got, well, the earlier models, the newer models are less like a bike. Turn your power on, start your bike. But you need the key in, which I don't have the key in right now. Turn signals operated exactly like a bike. High beam, normal lights, hazards, and your horn. To get out is pretty much the same thing. You just take the wheel off and then slide out.
One of the interesting things about the T-Rex is the power to weight. It only makes about 190 horsepower and it just goes. Like, it weighs under 1,000 pounds, so it'll give almost anything on the street a good run for its money. I mean, I've said it a few times now, I'm having such a blast driving this thing. And like I kind of just get taken back because I just want to kind of cruise along and not even worry about the video. But yeah, I mean, like it's like I said before, it's this really surreal experience driving this thing. So Campagna itself is actually a Canadian company, and they didn't actually start selling these cars to the world until around, I think, about the 2000 mark. They're still not available in Australia. I know that because of just the way the road rules are in Australia, and it's really hard to comply something like this. I could see them really fighting over what is it, a motorcycle or a car. But in the States, you can get it. They've got it CARB compliant for California. Still pretty rare to see them, but you do see them around. So far, I think the only complaint that I have driving this thing is that it's just so low. Like, it's really terrifying going past even just normal height cars, knowing that you're kind of cruising right next to below the door line of their car. So yeah, people just really do not see you in this thing. But it helps when you have a really, really loud exhaust, so everyone knows you're there. One of the other things that makes the drive interesting on these is the turn signals. I mean, even just all the hand controls, it's all for a motorcycle. The dash cluster, the turn signals, the start, the ignition, everything is from a motorcycle. So if you're familiar with riding a bike, you'll pick it up pretty quickly. But if you've never ridden a bike, never had any interaction with a motorcycle, you'll find the controls a little bit off-putting because the earlier model T-Rexes were modeled exactly off of a bike. I mean, like I said, the instrument cluster, everything came straight off the bike. Like I said before, I'm really having a blast driving this thing, so I think what I'm going to do is just keep on cruising along. I'll probably play a little bit video at the end if you want to just kind of watch a little bit of a cruise video. But I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. And thanks again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.